So I've been exploring, to secure hearing aid, because some of us, are requesting for that, and then I was trying to secure one, but it seems that if it is by Bluetooth, I was told that there's a delay, in the transmission. But if we have the transmitter, you have to buy this instrument, this thing, and then I said, oh, we have a beautiful projector, so since I write down my homily, might as well project it to the screen. But if you feel distracted by reading it, so just lend me your ears. But others find it much better to have a good listening ear at the same time, a very good reading ability. So, we just use what is best for us. And then I remember, when I was young, we were asked to do some summaries, the once upon a time stories. So once upon a time, there was a woman married to a most annoying man. So he would complain about everything. He never helped out. He expected to be taken care of all the time. And then one day, he went to the creek with his mule. He complained so much that the mule got annoyed and kicked him to death. So at the funeral, when all the men walked by the wife, she shook her head, yes. Every time the women walked by, she shook her head, no. So the priest was wondering and asked the woman, why are you shaking your head yes for men and no for women? Her response was, the men would say how sorry they felt for me, and I was saying, yes, I'll be all right. When the women walked by, they were asking if the mule was for sale. So bad. So as the liturgical year draws to an end, our readings today seem filled with gloom and doom. But they are given to us not to incite fear, but rather to invite reflection about how we live our lives today. So while the husband in our story may be an extreme example, the many variations of his behavior find a home in many places and peoples in our world. The readings challenge us to look at life differently, not with self-centered concern, but with compassion and care. It calls us to see with new eyes. In the first reading, Malachi announces the coming of the day of the Lord. On that day, the Lord will judge and punish the evildoer, while promises healing as the reward for those who persevere in doing good at all times. He is not without hope for those who are good among us. The challenge, however, is for us to allow the Lord to burn away in us all that does not help us to do His will. Moreover, we know in daily life that doing the will of God is something that we must work at. And the responsorial psalm echoes Malachi and speaks about the coming of the Lord in His glory and majesty to judge the whole human race. So we are called upon to prepare ourselves for the future by loving and serving others at every possible occasion. In the second reading, Paul encourages us to do our work quietly and earn both our earthly and heavenly living. He admonishes those who could be working to value their work and not lay idle and beg and attract sympathy from people in order to be saved. We must work hard and endure the pains of good work while awaiting the final return of Jesus Christ. In the gospel, Luke invites us to be prepared to receive the Lord worthily without any fear. We are called to persevere in our living faith and look forward in hope. Jesus warns us not to hold on tenaciously to anything of this world, for none of this will endure forever. Even human beings will one day perish, and we will be gone. Rather, with endurance in our sufferings and persecutions, we shall win ourselves immortality before Christ, as He promises, your endurance will win you your lives. There is more to us than just our bodies. There is a spirit, a soul, a part of us that never dies, and that is what will triumph and become part of Jesus' glorification. So the situation we are in this present world, in our workplaces, in our homes, in our schools, in our church, might be very tough. It might even question our faith in Jesus Christ. Yet, if we endure, we shall have every cause to smile at the end, as Jesus assures us. An enduring spirit comes from God, who knows what we go through all our life. It is a gift He bestows on those who love Him in order to help them overcome the difficulties of life. So for this reason, the church wants us to examine ourselves today, this present moment, regarding the response we have to the realities while awaiting for His final coming. We are invited to seek and find Him in all things, in every person, in every place, in every experience. He will come surely in His glory and majesty to judge the whole human race. So not knowing when our individual time will end is not meant to frighten us. Instead, it should motivate us to be prepared. It should give us hope in any type of trial, that our time and trial now is temporary, but eternity is forever. Embracing this way of living gives us hope and confidence that no matter when our time would end, our lives are secure. The world and its false securities are passing realities. In the end, the love of God is all that remains. That love is reciprocal. God has loved us, His creatures, and He awaits a loving response from us. He comes to assist us, especially in the Eucharist, through His body, making our response possible and helping us to persevere in that loving response until the end.